Hey, good morning and welcome to Breakthrough Walls. I'm Ken Walls and I'm your host and I'm trying to get okay. So, hey, I want to talk to you guys a little bit about doing business. And the redness in my cheeks is because I'm on an inhaler thing for the stupid bronchitis that's been hanging on for 12 days now. Ugh. Anyway, I'll tell you, there are a lot of people that own businesses, that run businesses, that are doing some things out there, and they make it really, really difficult. Hey, Melissa, they make it really, really difficult to do business with them. Number one, they have contracts that are absolutely uncalled for and ridiculous. Number two, they like, what's up, Robert Starks? Thanks, brother. Number two, they have okay, let me give you an example. I'm partnered with a company out of New York that is a virtual training platform. And they have a contract. It's a simple contract. There's absolutely no way that it would ever win in court. It's just a simple, hey, this is a 1-year deal. We'd really appreciate it if you kept this for a year. But I asked the VP of the company once, hey, if somebody is doing virtual training and they're trying to sell their stuff and it doesn't work out for them, what do you do? Do you sue them? And they're like, he goes, no, dude, we're lovers, not fighters. Maybe someday they'll come back to us when they figure it out. So, that's the thing. Corey Calvin, what's up? Chuck Studebaker, Scott Simons, my brother, how you doing? So are you making it difficult to do business with you? I want you to really think about that. Do you make it difficult or do you make it easy? Because there are other companies. Dude, thanks, Adam. I'm pushing through this, man. I can't take being not moving. So, there are companies out there that have these absolutely ridiculous contracts to do business with you. If things don't go well, they'll sue you. And it's insane to me. That's absolutely insane. Somebody asked me, this happened, I don't know, 6 or 8 months ago. Somebody asked me to be on their podcast. And I said, sure, I'll be on your podcast. And then they sent me this thing with all of these questions. And I'm like, I don't have time. I don't even own a printer, okay? I don't own a printer. I cannot fill all this out. I don't have the time. I don't have the ability to do it. I'm sorry. I just can't do it. And then, recently, same thing. I get somebody wants me to be on their podcast, and I get this thing. And it's like all these, I'd rather not be on the podcast, period. I don't have time to do that. So are you making, that's the thing is dude, make it easy for people to do business with you. I know you're the most important person in the world. I get that. There's nobody more important than you. I get it. I understand. But man, if you're complicating things in your business for people to engage with you, that's not sustainable. There's no way that's sustainable. So, I have this show, which is also a podcast. Hey, Jason Auld, how you doing, bro? James Springer, what's up, man? So, look, don't make it more difficult. Doing business is difficult enough. If you're going to throw up roadblocks along the way, give ridiculous contracts to people, dude, you got to sign this. It's 3 years, and you're going to have to pay us a monthly minimum. You're going to have to do this. You're going to have to do that. That's insane, man. Just deliver value. Just deliver value. What's up, Bill Have? Craig Lockard, what is going on? So, don't make things more difficult than they need to be. You don't have to complicate your business. It's tough enough doing business. I don't care what business you're in. It is really, really, really tough to do business. And if you are complicating things by throwing roadblocks up because you think you're important or you think you're the best in the world, then dude, you're not going to be the best in the world for long if you're complicating the crap out of everything. So like, don't do that. It's like Grant Cardone just, he took out all the complications to get on Cardone You, right? I guess Ken got a crazy contract from someone. No, I got a request to be on a podcast, and then I get this email with this form that's crazy that I'm not filling out. I'm not going to be on the podcast, I guess. Like, it appears that I'm not going to be able to be a guest on this podcast because I'm not taking the time. I don't have that kind of time available. First off, I don't even have a printer. Second, like, I don't. I'm a digital marketing agency. If you want to do business with me, send me a signable PDF. I was on Sharon Lechter's podcast. Guess what they sent me? A little thing, a release form. Hey, could you sign this, send it back? Yes, no problem. Sharon Lechter, who's sold over 30 million books, had meetings in the White House, in the Oval Office for 2 different presidents, and she's not asking me to fill out a long and complicated, stupid form to be on her podcast. I'm not doing it for anybody else's podcast. I'll sign a thing saying you have the rights to use my voice and whatever on your podcast, but like, that's why complicate things? There's no need to. Like, don't give me homework, man. I didn't graduate high school, okay? I hated homework. That's not why I didn't graduate. But anyway, like, don't. Whenever you're in Philly, you must be, dude, yeah, just don't give me a damn form. I'll sign something saying you have the rights or whatever, but that's kind of already assumed. If I have somebody on my podcast, like, dude, guess what? I'm going to use it. I'm going to promote it. I'm going to put it out there. And if you're a valuable enough guest, I'll get you traction too. I'll send you all kinds of new people. I'll send you all kinds of new fans. I'll send you business. I've had people on my show that have gotten business on the same exact day they were on my show. So, like, I don't complicate it, man. I don't complicate it. I make it pretty simple. You want me to build you a website? I make it really, really simple. I'm not going to tell you to go, hey, fill out a questionnaire of 30 different things that I need to know and do. Like, dude, what? Frank Cranitti. You know what, Frank? I just saw Frank pop on. Frank sells over 100 cars a month in one location. And you know what? The dude makes the process simple. That's how he does it. He doesn't have assistants. He has one lot dude that helps him out. I almost said lot boy, but I doubt if he's a boy. But he has a lot kid that helps him out and helps deliver these vehicles every day. But he doesn't complicate things. He's made the process really, really easy. In fact, I was talking to Frank the other night. He's talking about ways that, you know, they want to figure out some ways to be able to deliver the cars to people. Like, look, don't complicate things. If you complicate things by throwing up roadblocks, stupid, long, lengthy contracts, which, again, like, if somebody's doing business with me and I recently had somebody that started kicking and fussing about something in a deal, and I'm like, dude, just forget it. You know what? Here, take your stuff. I'm done. I'm not doing this. You know what? At the end of the day, karma is real. So I don't sue people. I wouldn't. Why would I sue somebody? What's the point in that? Like, I'm going to sue Melissa Burrow for not doing what she said and we agreed to do. And then what's she going to do? She's going to go out and tell everybody with ears not to do business with me, not to trust me and don't do business with me. I'm not suing somebody. It's not happening. Like, why would you sue somebody? I don't get that. Like, or even make the threat on social media of suing somebody. And I've seen that too. Like, are you out of your mind? Like, that is Melissa said, Melissa, I'm using that as an example. She said, WTF. That's funny. Hold on. So, Melissa, that was an example. But you know what I mean? Like if I'm gonna go after somebody, why you called me out? That's funny. But if I'm not gonna sue somebody. I'm just not. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't times when, if you're front load heavy where you're doing a ton of work and you've put a ridiculous amount of your own money. I pay my bills. That's funny. You do. But you're putting all of your own money into a project up front because somebody promised they're going to pay you and they signed a contract. Well, then that's court worthy. Okay. But I'm talking about just, you've gone along, you're doing business. If you have a podcast and you're sending out homework to your guests, I don't know how. Sue me instead of Melissa. I don't. I was using it as an example. You guys are killing me. Melissa, I love you. You're awesome. So I would never sue Melissa. But even if I was going to sue Melissa, I wouldn't. Like, it doesn't make sense. Frank Crinitti, if him and I had an agreement and he didn't pay me, dude, I'm not suing Frank Crinitti. I'm not going after somebody because they didn't pay me or they broke their word, they broke their it's not happening. It can hurt your business. You're throwing up roadblocks with stupid, long, lengthy contracts that are not necessary. You two need to stop. So you're throwing up roadblocks with homework for your podcast guests. Like, that's insane. Make it easy to do business. I'm calling my lawyer. Oh my God. Holy crap. There is a guy out there that loves to sue people that's all over social media. And nobody's doing business with this dude now. Why? I wonder why. Because if things go sideways, everybody knows in a business deal that things, Frank, that things can go sideways, right? If you have a reputation of suing people or making it impossible to do business with you, well, guess what? You're not the only game in town. I don't care what it is. You're not the only game in town. They'll just go somewhere else. Oh, hey, I was going to buy a car from Crank Frenitti. See that? I didn't use his name. I used that other dude's name, Crank Frenitti. I'll just go buy a car from Crank Frenitti because you make it too impossible to buy from you. Like, I can't do business with you. It's too difficult. You got too many roadblocks up. You got too many things in the way. Like, you got a contract that you want me to sign for 6,000 years, and did I get a laugh out of that? That's good. That's good. I don't think Crank Frenetti's laughing. Anyway, this is terrible. Is this bad? This is bad, isn't it? Just look. I just wanted to come on and say, don't make it difficult. Like, I really think that there are people that create contracts just to, like, because they think it's going to make them look more legit. So, like, dude, don't put, a force majeure clause in your contract. Do you know what that means? That's like an act of God. Every contract has that, right? So it's like, dude, if you can't trust a person's word, the paperwork is worthless too. I agree, man. It really is. I mean, it's, again, if you're going to go out and you're going to, I'm not saying that contracts and legal documents are unnecessary. I'm not saying that. Why is my screen frozen right now? I'm literally frozen on my screen. Come back. Come on. There, it's back. I'm not saying that legal binding agreements are not necessary. They are necessary. I'm just saying, like, dude, if you make it part of your business practices to always sue everybody you possibly can, if you make it part of your practice to have like, if the rest of the world is doing no contract in your industry, if they're doing no contract or they're doing minuscule, minor, little tiny contracts, what's up, Amin? How you doing? Natalie Phillips, what's up? Then your contract is like, okay, everybody else is no contract or maybe a year, but your contract is 3 years or 5 years. Like, what? How do you think that's sustainable? Oh, we're the best, and that's what? Dude, no, you're arrogant. That's just dumb. Like, having an agreement saying, yeah, man, as long as this thing works and it's beneficial for both of us, yeah, I'm going to keep it. Sure, I'll sign a year deal, whatever. But if it doesn't work out and I'm not benefiting from your service or your product, I want out. Okay, bye, Felicia. And if you screw me out of money on your way out, I'm not coming after you. Danelle Delgado, how in the world are you? I'm not coming after you. What's up, Matt Koenig? Matt, I didn't shout you out, bro. So, and by the way, Matt is a sponsor of this show. So, you know, Rockstar Automotive Conference. You guys got to be there. I'm going to be there. It's in May. Matt, drop the dates and a link in if you would. Matt, you never sent me a video to play, by the way. You never sent that to me. That would be awesome if I got that. And I'll show it. I'll make you an official sponsor of the show. So the Rockstar Auto Conference is in May, and I will be there along with Lisa Copeland, Katie Mayers. Who else? Who else is going to be there, Matt? I don't sign any more contracts. Right. I'm not signing a contract that's more than a year. I'm just not. Unless I'm buying a car or something like that. But again, the more difficult you make it to do business with you and your company, the less business you're going to have. And maybe it works for you now. Maybe it's your season. Maybe for a minute everybody believes you're the best or you've got the best, right? That's cool. That worked for you for a minute. But I'm talking about sustainability. I'm talking about long-term sustainability. If you make it difficult to do business with you, people are not going to do business with you. It's that simple. It is that simple. So that's all I wanted to say. And this was all spurred because I was asked to be on a podcast, and then I got an email with a form, and it literally said, here's your homework. I guess I'm not going to be on that podcast because I'm not doing it. I'm not filling out. Sharon Lechter, who sold over 30 million books, who's a friend of mine, asked me to be on her podcast. You know what I got from her? A thing, just a waiver to sign saying that they can use my voice and stuff on their podcast. I'm like, well, I'm not signing that. No, I just said, yeah, sure. I signed it and sent it back. But she didn't ask me for blood. She didn't ask me for, like, you know, my social security number. She didn't ask me for all of this other stuff. She didn't ask for all that. Like, dude, if you're going to ask me for all this insanity, I'm not going to be on your podcast. I'm sorry. I'm sure you're the best in the world. I'm sure you are, but I'm not filling out the form. I don't have the time for it. Anyway, that's it. That's all I wanted to say. Like, don't throw up roadblocks. Don't make it more difficult to do business. Doing business in this world is hard enough. I mean, what's your social? Right, Danelle. I'm not doing it. Like, I'm not doing it. Don't make it difficult, man. Don't make it difficult. Make it easy to do business with you. Oh, you don't want to sign a 3-year contract? No problem. We have a year option too. Like I said, Grant Cardone just took away, like, you want to talk about removing obstacles, that dude did it. Go to CardoneU.com right now. You can sign up for $99 a month, no contract. Cancel anytime. It says it right there. Talk about taking away the roadblocks. Holy crap. So that's what I'm talking about. When you know that there's value in your product and your service, you don't need some stupid long-term, monthly minimum, long-term, crazy number contract. If your stuff is as good as you say it is, if your podcast is as good as you say it is, dude, just have people come on. Make it easy. Don't put up roadblocks. Come on, man. That's all I got. You guys have an awesome day, and I will see you hopefully with a better voice. I think it's getting better. I mean, I had no voice, so hopefully it'll continue to improve. You guys have an awesome day. Thank you. I appreciate y'all. Talk to you soon.